Good morning, Muscatine, and happy Monday. My name is Autumn Schultz. I am your host, and as always, I want to say thank you to our sponsors, Hy-Vee, UniPoint Health, and Trinity Muscatine, Muscatine Power and Water, Becky Insurance, Toyota of Muscatine, Rivo Plumbing and Heating, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Lutheran Living Senior Campus, Impact Life Blood Center, Harper Cycling and Fitness, Muscatine County Fair, and Bayer of Muscatine. Some events that are coming up this week. The Benefit for the Calderon Family. This is September 15th from 4 to 7 at Franklin Elementary. Julie was a loving, devoted teacher in the Muscatine community for 28 years, and she's going to be missed by so many, especially within the Franklin Elementary. There will be $5 meals provided, a bake sale, a silent auction. Bidding is from 4 to 6 for that. There are also going to be some carnival games, some bounce houses. These are $10 wristbands for both, and also a dunk tank, and these are $5 for 3 balls. So a lot of fun events going on at Franklin Elementary from 4 to 7 September 15th in honor of Julie Calderon, so be sure to attend this. Also, the Friends of the Muscatine Arts Center are pleased to announce the fundraising production for the Encore for Murder, The Adventures of Mickey Spalding's Mike Hammer. So this is created by Max Allen Collins, and this is on September 17th at 7 p.m. General admission is $15 for general seating for just the play, and also the major fundraiser for the Muscatine Arts Center, so please join them this weekend at 7 p.m. for this, and it's $15 to attend. Another event that's going to be taking place on Saturday, it is the food truck fight. It returns this Saturday the 17th, and it's going from 12 to 8. There are 18 different trucks that you can go out and sample, and then there's also going to be a beverage tent. You're going to have GMCCI and the Rotary Club for the beverage tent, so please go out and have a drink while you're there. The admission is $10. Kids 12 and under are free. There's also going to be live music during this event too, alongside the riverfront, and at 7 p.m. they're going to announce who the winner of the food truck fight champion is. It's really super easy too, because you can take your QR code, scan it to place your vote at the 18 different food trucks, and also you can do $3 samples, and they will have all of their normal menu available for more food and deliciousness. So it is a great day to go out. Weather looks great, so no rain, and a food truck fight is going to be from 12 to 8, so be sure and check that out with the 18 different trucks, and stop by and see GMCCI and Rotary Club for a drink, of course. So it is Monday, and I call these Megan Mondays, and we are going to be talking about the upcoming walk to End Alzheimer's, which we both are very passionate about. And also, to first start off, it's National High Five Day, and we are 11 days away from our walk. Not to be terrifying or scary, because we just had a meeting on Friday about this, thinking, where did the year go?
Yeah.
And now we're 11 days away.
It's funny, we do plan all year long, but I think these, and it started on Friday, I think, with our meeting. The excitement is really starting.
Mm-hmm.
Even between last night and this morning, Autumn and I got on and looked at how many participants we have and how many teams we have and where our fundraising at, and it's just clicking up there really quick.
Mm-hmm.
So people are starting to get excited. They're starting to realize that we are at the end of September.
Yep.
It may have snuck up on you, but here it is, and the weather is to prove this morning that we're in fall.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always a really special night. The funds that we raise go to a great cause for research, support groups, and then to get there together with everybody is just
Mm-hmm.
really special. So
I think we are really looking forward to is just getting back into all of our activities. I think when I first moved here, I got the 2019 experience. I got the full experience of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2020 happened, and it was just, we had our garden, but not getting together and just coming out for the walk, it just didn't feel the same.
yeah.
2021, we almost got there. We were so close to back to normalcy, but I think that's what we're really looking forward to. So maybe for people that haven't done the walk in the past couple of years, what can they experience and to get that full feeling?
Sure. And just like kind of everything in our world right now is we've kind of put the best of both worlds together, right? Lessons we learned from the pandemic. So we are asking everybody to register before they come.
Mm-hmm.
You can register as you walk up with a QR code, but really going digital on a lot of that to streamline that process. So if you can, before you before you come, start that registration process. Still a lot of time to fundraise. $100 fundraising gets you that walk shirt. And that really is an important piece as you sport that shirt around town to know that you've been a piece of that fundraising. So that $100, there's still plenty of time this week. So as people come, be welcome, get your shirt. Each person gets a flower as well. So the different flowers kind of signify where your place is in the fight against Alzheimer's. Blue is those diagnosed with. Yellow is for caregivers. Orange is for just people like myself who just, I haven't had a direct impact, but now I kind of feel like I can say I have, because I'm so close to so many people who have, but nobody in my family or immediate circle. So I just support the cause and everything that we're doing. And then purple is for those that have lost someone to Alzheimer's. And then the wonderful night about walk as well is that we have our white flower there. So we will do a ceremony sharing some of those stories and the impact that both the walk and the disease have made on people, and why it's so important that we come together. And then our white flower is there for the first survivor. So it's kind of a special moment. Last year we had that abridged quick run through of the ceremony, which still has a great impact, but this year we'll be able to go back to a full ceremony, really share some impactful stories before we kick off on our walk down the riverfront. We're bringing back kids games and booths, so you'll be able to get important information. We'll have food available, our photographer in a photo booth. So it should be a fun night Friday after work. Come on down, and then we're gonna walk down the riverfront by Friday Fest and show everybody our flowers and our purple and have some fun.
We need to ask Almost Friday Fest maybe to play a certain song while we are starting our walk, just to make sure it's all planned together. So for you, what are you looking forward most to the walk this year?
I think it is when everybody comes together. So we've been planning all year, and we've been talking about it all year. And in January and February, it's kind of hard to think about September. But I just know sitting there in that ceremony and really feeling like where everybody is differently in their struggle or their journey with Alzheimer's, that we are all there together. And as I said, every time that I announce that I'm part of the walk, or I announce a fundraiser or share something, I hear someone new with the story. And those are the people that we're all together for. And whether or not you're comfortable coming down to the walk, or just knowing that there is a whole community gathering around to support.
When we were doing the Muscatine Charities golf event, we had a portion of it for the walk, and people saw the flower and they saw this and they're like, oh, what's this for? And so, talking to it, and then right away they share their story, because I mentioned I had Scott with me and saying, we've lost his mom to it 13 or 14 years ago now, and then we're now seeing his dad showing signs of it. And right away you get that connection of, I've had my grandpa, I had my dad or my mom, and they would grab information. And so I think people just need to know that they're not alone in this, and it can happen to anyone without even realizing it. And it just creates that immediate connection of saying, oh, I want to be a part of this because I want to do this because of losing my grandmother or my dad. And so that was kind of the neat experience for us, that able to share personal stories with people that we just met on the spot, and they were already comfortable talking about it because they know that we've been through it just like they have, or that they are currently going through it too. So having all that resources and all the information, especially on our website, in person, I think that one-on-one, I think it's going to be what's going to build it better. When it comes to like the funds, so not necessarily Muscatine doesn't get any of it, but it goes out and gets distributed nationwide.
So they do support groups here in town. So if there are supplies needed or anything like that, So support groups here in town as well as our surrounding areas. Also, a large part of it is that 24/7 hotline. So, some of the hardest times with dementias and Alzheimer's is some of those overnight hours, and just that struggle. Or there are a lot of people who don't know how to talk to people about it.
Yep.
But you always have that phone number that you can call. There's someone on the other line that understands, that wants to help, and that you can just talk to. So that's a huge part of it as well. And then our continued research. So there are, new drugs being researched, and different things coming forward. And so we're looking for that first survivor.
And when it comes to the support groups here in Muscatine, how can maybe people find out about this information?
We do have a support group. It happens. I have a flyer and I totally forget to look at it all the time, but it's right on my desktop that I can share out. But it does happen on a Thursday, and I think during COVID they were through Lutheran Living on site there. During COVID they moved off site at Zion Church.
Okay.
But you can go to alz.org and you can search for any support group. So even if you're traveling and find a moment that you need to connect with something, you can always go to alz.org and search for support groups, and they'll find one anywhere. There are virtual, there are in-person ones, so you can find what you need.
Perfect. So yeah, I just think people need to hear this and know that it does exist, that it's not just money going to the labs, it's being distributed everywhere, in person, community, and nationwide too.
Yeah, and that's something else that they learned during COVID. We all had to do that online pivot, but truthfully, sometimes with caregivers, they can't really get away or leave someone and feel comfortable to sit down and have get the support that they need without having stress on their mind. So there are a lot of virtual support groups, as well as virtual learning and classes through our Quad City chapter. So there are ways to get connected, and we can always get anybody connected to what they need.
Perfect. And so let's talk about our goal real quick. So what is our initial goal for Muscatine?
You have it in front of you.
I know.
30,000?
Yes, 30,000.
I didn't know if it was an even or a...
Yes, it is 30,000, and we are 60% the way there. We have 99 participants.
That's
Who's
awesome.
going to be our 100th? If someone
know.
actually does it right now, and I could refresh this at the end of this session and see 100,
that would be awesome. We were both saying, I looked at it last night and it was 91. So 8 people overnight were probably awake like I was and deciding to do something.
Did you get up at 2 o'clock this morning?
Yeah.
What time did you wake up? So looking at top fundraisers, we have 2 grand champions.
Yep.
Michelle Rhodes and Megan Jones. We have 2 champions, Nick Horn and me.
Yay!
This is the first time I've hit champion.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about this.
We have a couple others that I know are uploading funds. So a few of those that are very close should be hitting it this week.
Yeah. And I love looking at the teams. There's so many.
Yeah.
Impact, United Way of Muscatine, Addington, MCSA, Kids Pitching In, Edward Jones, Senior Resources, Jordan Lloyd Photography. Hey, Jordan, it's there. I'm looking at it. I can see it now. Lutheran Living, Memory Lane, Rock Valley. This is Aubrey's. I don't know some of these. Bear. I mean, look at the list, just never goes.
Yeah.
I love it. I feel like I just love seeing this grow every single year. Now that people are doing more in-person events, I feel like it's just going to continue to expand. I mean, we have 30 teams. And what was our initial goal for
30 teams.
So we hit our goal there.
Yeah, and I know we've got a few more that will come in the next 10 days. So that's exciting. Just to see it grow each year. You know, that's with setting our goals, it's just a little bit of growth each year to ensure that we're still reaching more people. So it's nice to hit those goals and make sure that there's a few extra people that, you know, we're impacting.
Yeah. And so let's talk about some volunteer opportunities. So we do have a Facebook page.
Yep. Facebook group, Muscatine Walk to End Alzheimer's is a group.
So we had posted a link about volunteer opportunities, and what are some of the main volunteer areas? I mean, obviously we want all the spots filled, but if there's certain ones that you're saying, hey, I could really make sure that these get put in first, what would those volunteer be?
Yep, we definitely need people for the registration, so making sure that people have registered or they get that QR code welcoming everybody. We will have tables for the t-shirts, for the flowers, for food. So those are some of the kids' games. Those are some of the first things that we want to make sure are filled up. There's a lot of opportunity. There are a lot of people who say that they can't get out there and walk right now, but even being there is just being a huge part of the event. So come out. If you're going to come out, register for the walk, register to volunteer.
And so registration starts at 4:30. So even if they're just volunteering from that 4:30 to 5:30 and they can't stay any later, that's totally fine. Just being there for the very beginning, stay for the ceremony, you know, and then you can continue, because then after the walk, we kind of start distributing, saying, you know, thank you for coming. You know, after that, just, you know, well, unless you want to help us clean up and break down.
Well, there's a Great Friday Fest
going
on with Angus Con. So, you know, you can continue that evening and listen to some music after.
It could be a really fun night.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful weather and no wind.
I just keep saying that. We are going to end up with a...
So, okay, here's the reason why we mentioned the wind. So last year, Jordan, Lloyd, and I had these giant banner flags. I don't even know, like the super thin flags. So I'm putting one up by the parking lot across the street from Merrill Hotel. It is so windy. After Jordan and I set it up, it was vertical. There's the street for where the cars are, and it's tilting over cars. So that was our cue to run back and pick it up. The other one we set up was right next to the playground, which the wind was going towards the playground. So here again, it's this way to set it up, and then it's starting to lean this way. So Michelle and I picked that one up before it went into the playground. It was an experience.
It was an experience. It was an experience. I think we set up that event twice. Once inside, and then when we put everything outside with the wind, then we had to reset kind of everything and then bring it back inside. So.
That wind was so temperamental last year. It was an experience.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. No damages were
caused. Exactly.
We stopped it before it happened. But we bring it up every single week, and I think that's just our little teaser to each other. But weather does look really great.
It does look like it's going to be beautiful,
If we can get the weather that we have this week into next week, we'll be set.
There we go.
So you still have plenty of time to register up until the day of the walk. I'd love to see 100 people even by the end of today. We've reached our 30 team goals, but you can still set up teams, whether it's with friends and family, whether it's with your business. If your business has not taken part in this, it's so easy, so simple. And you get hit $100, you know, $100 per person, that makes even the biggest difference. And you get a cool shirt.
And I will say that fundraising really goes all the way through the end of the year. So if you start, I apologize today, not my Monday. If you start your team today, you could plan a fundraiser in October or November going into the holiday season and still come out on the Friday of the walk, represent, be a part of everything, and then share those stories as you do your fundraising. So fundraising for this year's walk goes all the way through the end of December.
And I love that. It doesn't make the pressure, it kind of eases the pressure, because we do one more walk to end fundraising in the winter afterwards to help achieve our goal. We are so close to, Impact is so close to 3,000. I had made a commitment that if we reach our 3,000 by the 22nd, I am dyeing my hair purple for the walk. So the Thursday before, so you know, maybe $20 per person if you want to help me hit that $3,000.
There you go. If you're looking for a team to donate to.
Yeah, I will dye my hair purple.
To the walk.
Of me dyeing my hair purple? I will dye my hair purple if Impact hits 3,000 for their goal.
My daughter did it last year. It was a lot of fun and gives another reason, you know, to have fun with it, but to have a conversation about it as well.
Yeah.
So.
I'm doing it with Candy Fugan at Salon Incognito, so she gets to dye my hair purple. I'm a little nervous, but it'll be great. She does awesome. I love her. I trust her with my hair.
There you go.
Is there any additional information you would like to share, especially about this walk?
No, I just really hope that everybody will come out, spend time with us, volunteer, register, and just be there. Again, like myself, if you don't have a personal impact, there are people who still need you to walk beside them in this journey, who need to know that our community supports them, and that's reason enough to be a part.
Yeah, I don't have a family tied to it, but obviously with my husband and hearing more, especially Megan Jones, Michelle Rhodes, hearing their stories and things that have just recently happened, it makes you want to be there for them, especially more within the community and within Muscatine. I think seeing all the flowers being raised and looking out, and we have 99 potential people showing up for this. Yeah. And seeing all the flowers out there is just going to make it even more of an emotional experience. Every single year it does. Yep. So I love looking out and seeing that. So all at the riverfront, Friday, September 23rd. Registration starts at 4:30, ceremony at 5:30, and we just take it from there. Yep. Had fun. So we're going to do What's in the Box with Toyota Muscatine.
Well, it's not a high five.
No, it is not a high five.
I didn't look at the rest of the national days.
It is not a national day. So this is a Make It Monday Hy-Vee deal.
Okay.
So I'm going to slide that over.
All right. Okay, it's in a thing. That means that
it's inside of this.
It's an egg.
It's an egg.
Yay!
So it's Make My Monday Hy-Vee deal. It is 99-cent eggs. Also, flu season is here. Darn flu season. And if you actually get your flu shot here at the Hy-Vee local pharmacy, you can get 20-cent fuel saver. Nice. And you don't have to schedule an appointment too. So be sure to get that going. I know that I do it, especially for my little one. Gotta love toddlers.
Love bringing it home.
Love bringing it home. So flu season is here, so earn 20 cents fuel saver and get your flu shot today at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. And then of course, 99-cent eggs. The Hy-Vee brand, Make My Monday Hy-Vee deals. Can't say no to that. I might go stocking up more, even though I just went grocery shopping. Gotta love it. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I love talking about our walks and having my Megan Mondays. Perfect. Well, until then, make sure that you sign up for our walk and have a happy and healthy rest of your day, Muscatine. See you later.
We've all been through a lot together, and along the way, you'll find out who really cares for you and who you can trust. Because there's a lot of stuff that happens in life, like those days when the amazing happens, or those days that are really, really hard. That's why you need someone like Unity Point Health. Because when it comes to your health, you gotta have someone you can trust.